everyone, it's Yaminah Lejean with the Sundial, and I'm back to tell you what's on the horizon at CSUN. We love shining a spotlight on culture, the arts, and of course, fashion. Today, we've got CSUN Trends in the building. Please welcome the co-president, Lena Wong, and Vice President Connor Davison. How are you doing today?
Feeling good.
Yeah, we're good, Yaminah. Thank you for asking.
Nice. It's pretty windy outside. Did you catch the wind?
Definitely. I was worried by the time I got here, my hair would be all over the place. I was like checking my reflection in all the windows outside.
Oh, I heard that. Well, you're all about fashion, so you'll make it work, right?
Of course, of course.
So let's talk about CSUN Trends. I know that it's a non-profit student-run organization. How did you get involved with CSUN Trends? I'll start with you, Lena.
Okay. Well, I got involved January of 2024. I was a member here and there. I would come to a couple meetings, but it wasn't until last year that I wanted to get more involved. So I applied to be a social media PR, and I got accepted, and I was a social media PR for a year, a little more than a year. And May of this year, I was asked to be co-president with Harley, and now I'm here.
Nice. And so how did you get involved with CSUN Trends, Connor?
So, to be honest, this is my first year involved with Trends. I had recently switched my major to fashion merchandising within this last year. And so with that, I was in the fashion show production course. And one of our assignments was just to attend a Trends meeting, write up what happened. And with that, I met a lot of great people and just really got involved within the program. And so when it came time for elections for board positions this year, my professor was like, Connor, you're a hard worker. I highly encourage you, check it out. And so I applied for vice president, and the rest is history.
Right, so now that we're in the thick of it right now, you just explained how you got involved with CSUN Trends, and I know that you have the fashion show that's coming up in the spring. How are you preparing for that in the fall?
Well, I would say it's a lot of just reaching out. So a lot of what goes into our fashion show is sponsors, it's volunteers. It takes an army to make a fashion show. So a lot of it is, we need makeup artists, we need photographers, we need videographers, backstage help. A lot of stuff and a lot of people need to go into it. So honestly, the fall leading up to the spring is usually where we're reaching out to those people, figuring out who needs to do what, and finding all the help we need for it.
Okay, I can tell on the facial expressions that it takes a lot of work. How do you prepare in the fall?
It does. Recently, I've reached out to a couple individuals within the area about the prospect of being a judge for the fashion show. So we have a girl that does like the costuming for the LA Opera that I've been talking with, and then one of the professors in the theater department as well. And then we're also doing a different design competition this fall with the sustainable fashion program. And so we're calling that one Design on a Dime. And so we have a bunch of like damaged luxury products that we've distributed out to student designers, and we're holding a design competition. And so whoever upcycles the best garment, we're going to have the top 5 be on display in an exposition at the fashion show. And then the top 2 winners receive like a sewing machine and then a sewing kit as well. Yeah, we're trying to keep the students busy in the fall while we wait for the bulk of it in the spring with the fashion show.
Okay, nice. So design on the dime. So that's what the main focus is during the fall semester. Now, do students submit for it in the spring before fall semester, the end of spring 2024 leading into fall 2025? Is that when they submit, or was it when the fall semester started? That's when they submitted.
So we actually just distributed out the goods like a week ago.
Okay.
And so they have until November 21st now to complete their garment. And since it's not for like a class or anything, we tried to keep all the regulations and logistics of it very simple. So they have a lot of creative control over how they make this garment. But on the 21st, they have to submit to us the garment, and then like a presentation detailing their design process and their like creative statement as well.
Okay. Well, I cover a lot of arts and culture and dance and music, and I know fashion has its own little world. How do your designers dress up on the day to day? Does everyone come looking their best, or is it a competition on the day to day, like with shoes and clothes? How is that environment?
Well, I would say that fashion is one of the most diverse arts. There's a lot of different aesthetics, there's a lot of different vibes that students go for. And honestly, it could range from going to sweatpants to your sewing class to, you're decked out in heels and a skirt. And, I feel like a lot of it gives the opportunity to be expressive. And honestly, I think it ranges. It's a very wide range.
Very right. So I know that having different designers and it's all about fashion and it's pretty eclectic. How are you guys involved with the entertainment world? Do you have people from the professional entertainment world come and speak to the students, the designers? Do you guys get involved and go into outside fashion shows? How do you guys connect in that way?
Well, we are heavily involved with the costume department at CSUN. I think they're one of the biggest departments that we are involved with.
Okay.
Also, we have a lot of students reach out usually for any film majors, so they will need a costume designer. They'll need somebody from the FCS department to come and help with their film. So we have like that relationship. However, as for like the professional industry, I think we're trying to build up to that. But we're working to it.
Yeah, and I would add to that in terms of like entertainment, we mainly focus on, like you mentioned, like the fashion show aspect of it. So there's often job opportunities that professors will send out over email to the students within our program that are like, there's a show in downtown LA this weekend. They need like this amount of dressers, this many stylists, apply, like they need a lot of people. So I do think the faculty provides a lot of opportunities for us to go out there and dip our feet in the water, but
That's nice.
trends, not so much yet.
Okay. But that's good to know for anyone that's interested in being a part of CSUN's trends and just being a part of the fashion world within CSUN, because you sound like you have a lot to offer for people to grow and become, the designers that they dream to be, and they're well prepared to step out into the world, because once you step outside the world, outside the CSUN's world, the fashion world is a whole nother thing. So now that the two of you have these major roles with major positions at Vice as co-president and vice president, what are your plans for your future?
That's like the
question.
worst question. It's a scary question. I think for any college student as well. I am unsure. I've found throughout like college what I like and don't like. I think that's the important part in college, is figuring out what you don't like. So originally I went in for design and was like, I can't sew. This is a talent that I don't have. And that's when I found the merchandising side, which is more of the business side of fashion. And I enjoyed that a lot more, and I felt like I had more of a passion for it. So anything event coordination, PR. I'm a huge fan of public relations, as well as the merchandising, buying. I'm excited to dip my toe in after I graduate, but we will see where I end up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I would say pretty much the same. It's helped me figure out what I like and what I don't like, and with that, I agree. I think I've definitely leaned more towards the merchandising aspect of it. For example, like last week we had a guest speaker from Ross's executive buying office come and speak to our class about like summer internships, winter internship, full-time positions. And so there's a lot of different larger brands like that have like executive training programs where you go to their main office for like a year and then you learn all about the business, how they operate, and then they send you out and you're managing your own store or your own like they call it like when you're a buyer, you're managing your own business because you're
Right.
like buying for the business. So it's like your own thing. But
Okay.
I think something like that seems like the natural next step, but we'll see where the wind takes me.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it's going to take you pretty far because
Hopefully.
you're running CSUN Trends, and I know that is preparing you for something bigger. And so I want to say, for myself as an artiste, I'm proud of you because I know it's not easy to do this, and especially being in a place of authority and helping things run. That is not easy. It definitely takes a lot of work. So let's talk this fashion show that you have coming up in the spring. I know we talked about it earlier, but I would like to go a little bit more in depth. What should we as an audience prepare for, be ready for, look forward to when it comes to this fashion show?
It's so fun. I would say be prepared for a lot of different designs. We have, I think it's 15 to 18 designers
I
every
think it's like 16 this year.
16? 16 this year.
Okay.
And that's 16 students making up to 4 to 5 different garments. And they all have different aesthetics and they want different things out of their collection that they're going to make. So I would always just say be prepared for anything. It's very
Okay.
fun. And I would recommend coming. It's a great experience. Even if you're not interested in fashion, it's still very interesting to see all the different designs because it's handmade. They're making it from scratch to walking on the runway on a real person, fitting their proportions. So I think that in itself is like amazing art. So I would recommend anybody to come. It's extremely fun.
Okay, nice. Is there a specific theme you have for?
We don't have one yet.
Okay.
So I mentioned earlier I was in the fashion show production class last semester. And so that class is the one that decides the theme.
Okay.
They are responsible for the music, the lighting, all the production aspects of it. So
Got it.
like Lena said, it's fun because you get to see all the students designing, but it's also interesting because every other aspect of it is done by students as well. And so I think with that, it's just like a great way to see really what's going on campus. And then, like Lena mentioned as well, each of the designers really have like a say over what their collection is.
Okay.
So when it comes down to theme, it's usually something pretty broad because we like to have it just encompass all of the different
Nice.
aspects of design.
And how about models? Do you use models, and where do you get your models? Do you do a model call? How does that go?
We have a big model call because we have, I think, 16 designers this semester or next semester. They need about 4 to 5 models each. So that's like, let me see if I can do math. Quick math.
It's about 100
Yeah.
or so.
Ooh.
Because even once we get those ones, we have to do a good amount of alternates in case a date doesn't work for someone and they drop out. So we take a good amount of models, and we take all genders, all sizes, all races. It's not like...
So it's pretty diverse.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
That's nice. So when you put the model call, do you put it in like on your social media? Do you do email blasts?
Yeah, we will usually post it on our Instagram at CSUN Trends. We will post it there. We also put flyers on campus, and then faculty and staff will promote it for us. But a lot of it is word of mouth.
Okay.
And Meet the Clubs is a huge event that usually we will introduce that to.
Yes.
And Meet the Clubs is, you're having all these students come to your club table, and one of the first things I'll say is, if you look like you can be a model.
Thank you.
And
I do.
and you should audition. And it's like we need 100, which is a lot. And, these models don't need to look a certain way. Like I did it for my last year, I think.
Okay.
And I had never walked before, and it was still so fun. Like even if I didn't really know what I was doing, we had enough preparation that made me feel like I could do it and do it confidently. And you're like showcasing somebody's work. So I think that's really cool. And yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is that's how I found out about you guys is at the Meet the Clubs event last year, or was it last semester? last semester, and I just was pretty intrigued about everything that was going on. I love the desk that you had. I love how the people who were running it, they were very personable, and their personality is really what draw me in. And so when this semester started, I said, I definitely want to get CSUN trends in. So Meet the Clubs was definitely beneficial. Okay, It got you guys, it got the attention from the sundial, and so I'm so happy that I was able to get you guys in, because I knew that was something that was really important, and I knew it was something that it's really big and something that people should know about, because fashion is fashion, and design and art and culture is very important, because we reflect the times, and there's a lot of things that's been going on. So I know there's so many artists that want to express themselves, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. Where will it be held? Will it be on campus? Will it be at the Soraya?
Yeah, we do it on campus over in the Northridge Center, which is the big auditorium right next to like the gym across from Subway right there.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a pretty big venue, and we opened up the second floor, so there's lots of seating.
Okay, and you have entertainment? Are there like musicians or performers too?
Last year we partnered with CSUN Dance, and so we had 2 performances from them. I know this year we're trying to get someone from theater to come do like a skit or a performance of some sort as well. So we definitely try and partner with the other creative groups on campus to see how we can enhance our show.
Okay, awesome. Well, I definitely look forward to seeing it. I will be there, so we'll be in contact. Is there anything else you would like our audience to know about CSUN Trends, whatever else you have going on for the fall, or anything they need to look forward to besides this fashion show that we just spoke about, that they should know?
You can come to the fashion show in spring. And I wanted to also say that if you're ever nervous about fashion or it's an intimidating industry, just know fashion is for everyone. You put on clothes at the end of the day, you're your own stylist, you're already 1 foot in. So I think, it's a great industry, and I think anybody can do it, and you always have a home at CSUN Trends.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah, and then I just want to plug our Instagram again real quick. I think is it CSUN_trends or just CSUN Trends?
CSUN Trends.
CSUN Trends. We meet every other Monday, 4 to 5 p.m. in Sequoia Hall, room 201. So keep a lookout on the Instagram for our next meeting date, and just all of the information we have headed your way. Like the model call will be January or February. So
nice.
Keep an eye out.
January, February. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I was so happy that I can get you in here, because I know both of you are very busy, and I'm just so happy that we got to speak and talk about this upcoming fashion show.
Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Well, thanks for joining us today. To learn more about CSUN Trends, make sure you follow them on Instagram at CSUN Trends. I'm Yaminah Legohn with the Sundial, and that's what's on the horizon here at CSUN. See you next time.